All right, hey Pisces, you guys, I took a step back for a few days. I meant to get this readout to close out April, but I wanted to reassess my vision for my channel. So I'm gonna start focusing more on you as independents, and then maybe do a love read once a week so that everybody doesn't get burnt out. And I'll just make sure to switch them up. All right. So this right here is why you chose this life, why you chose your vessel. And you should resonate with the entirety of this. If not, check your other placements because so far, water signs, you're the first collective I've done, and these have been pretty awesome. So what I'm doing is pulling past, present, future, and then I'm tying it all together with an angel tarot. These have already been pre-shuffled. So if you're new, you guys, I do hope to get some support if you like my energy. And we're gonna do vessel, friendships, family, romantic partners, growth through challenges, and the happiness yet to come. All right, so we're gonna start with your why you chose this vessel, why you chose your vessel. All right, so here is what we have. We have the Four of Coins coming through. We have the Lovers card coming through in reverse. And actually, I'm gonna move these cards around because I kind of feel that I'm just feeling drawn to move them like this. Okay, so when it comes to the overall, your overall vessel, as far as your body, one thing I want to touch on is the physical aspects of your body, you guys. If you're dealing with an area that you're not pleased with on your body, if you are dealing with a sickness or an illness, a sore muscle, whatever it is, just make sure you set the intention to send healing energy. Touch that part of your body that you're not really pleased with right now. Send it love and healing, and just allow it to move away from your body whenever it's ready. Okay. Now onto the vessel, onto the life. With the Lovers card coming through in reverse, Pisces, I feel like you guys had probably experienced a huge emphasis on romance, romantic partners, and that aspect. Maybe getting lied to, getting cheated on, maybe feeling like an option, maybe feeling like you were never first choice. Not limited to romantic aspects, it could be friendships just as well. And I feel like in the past you probably experienced just the lower levels of just not being the first one, not being the first priority, not being the first chose, not being first pick, with this right here, I feel like as far as your life goes in the vessel, it's challenges, you faced a lot of it in the past. And I do feel like heavy emphasis on this right here. Okay. And even in your family, in the direct family, I just kind of feel like, you were just maybe feeling heavily like the black sheep. As far as choices and options, again, friendships, not, just not being included, not being considered. And in romantic aspects, I feel like that's probably where you've had the heaviest burdens. All right. Being a choice, being an option, being cheated on, being lied to, and you could have had some pretty heavy, prominent relationships come through where maybe somebody was even, and I hate to say it, but married, and you didn't know about it for some of you. With the Four of Coins coming through in reverse, I feel like right here, it's basically you're stepping into this present moment of, you know what, I'm saving space for myself and I'm not saving space for anyone else. You know what? Yes, matter of fact, I am going to start being more greedy and more protective of my time, my energy, and my essence when it comes to everybody. You know what? I've already dealt with always being, second best, second chosen. Now, right now, it's all about me. So I feel like, this can be considered a card of greed, but when it comes to your mental health and your well-being, yeah, you are within your rights to protect that energy. So I feel like right now you guys are in this mode of protecting yourself, protecting your peace, protecting your sanity when it comes to all areas, family, friendships, romance, work, everything. All right. And in the future, what you have yet to see is that you signed up for a path of happiness. And this is emotional fulfillment to the finest extent. Okay. It's like, you know what? Money might be important to some people, but right here, you guys are just looking at the big picture. I want happiness, whether in all aspects, so friends that aren't going to be a two-sided friend, I don't want it. Romantic partners that aren't going to be two-sided, like, I don't want it. If it can't be equal give and take on my family, I don't want it. But here's where I'm setting at. From now on, it's all about me and my children, me and my family, and this is what we're claiming right here. Even as adults, sometimes we experience one-sided friendships that just are that no longer serve. No, it's not going to suffice in my life. Okay, but here's where you're headed. All right. It's through these challenges right here, learning how to protect your peace, that you end up right here with the ultimate happiness, that ultimate fulfillment. That's the goal that you've signed up for, and that's what you will see and accomplish. All right. You have decision coming through. Release yourself from that which holds you back, a need to detox, a necessary worry based on lack of self confidence. All right. This right here, you guys. Um, I feel like it's fears that you could be holding on to, fears, but it's time to let those go. And I feel like this is more about who you've dealt with, and even in who you've dealt with, it's time to let those go. It's time to let all those negative aspects go. Anyways, so we're going to move into friendships and family just to kind of get a glimpse of the past, the present, and the future. All right. So when it comes to your friendships and the family aspect, here's what I'm going to say. I feel like, you know what, in the past, um, I feel like you've had a lot of glimmer. Like I feel like it's equal when it comes the equal uh, receptivity. Okay, all these cards fell in reverse, and I typically don't read reverse, but I'm trying to do my best on this one just because I want to get the best output. And what I'm going to say with this is friendships and family, you've always given it your best. Okay, but I feel like the output has not been it's like resting on your laurels. All right, so it's like when it comes to your friendships and family, like everything is going good, but it's like no sooner do you kind of start to feel like everything is going good and shifting in a positive light with your connections, that boom, something happens, something negative happens. I kind of feel like with the Six of Wands coming through in reverse, it's the lack of success through friendships and families. It's like you give, and when you feel good about what you do, perhaps somebody comes through and they ask you for something, and then if you can't give it to them or you don't give it to them, then it's like, well, you're not a friend. And I feel like a lot of your connections have been one-sided, and that's where you give, but the reciprocity is not the same. All right, I feel like that's where the lack of the Six of Wands is victory, it's success, it's a win, and it's like I can't help but feel like you've experienced more letdowns than lift ups when it comes to that dynamic of friends and family. So it's like situations that are just kind of keeping you at bay, and you're not really moving forward or progressing with these people. You guys don't have a plan together, and friendships are fine, but sometimes it's like identifying the connection and what is it feeding you. Because if these people are not helping or promoting your growth, where is it going to go? Is it a connection worth holding on to? You know what I mean? So, what I'm going to say right here is the emotional connections. It could be too that you're kind of experiencing that you don't have a deep emotional fit with any of these people anymore. I feel like you that's something that you've lacked. That's something that you haven't been able to experience. It could be too that your feelings and emotions are just they're not high on it. So it's like if you're explaining and expressing something that hurt you, something that bothers you, it's almost like it's not connecting on the other side. It's not connecting with the people that are supposed to matter. It's not connecting. It's not clicking. So somebody upset you, somebody hurt your feelings, but it's like there is no emotional graph there. I almost feel like you're just, it's like, I almost feel like your feelings are kind of set to the side. And that's what you're kind of starting to know is it, you know what, if I can't form a bond that's in seriousness with my friends and my families, and I don't want it. I'm tired of feeling like I don't matter to these people who I grew up with, who represented themselves as supposed to be a part of that love journey. It doesn't matter if it's non-romantic. It's like this is not equal. And I feel like where you're heading at now is into this dynamic of if I can't be emotionally fulfilled from you and I can't express myself, then I don't want it. And I can resonate with you guys on that because I don't have hardly any friends or family members that I connect with anymore, and that's because it's equal, it's one sided, and if I get expressive, my feelings I feel are sloughed off, like they don't matter. Well, I don't want that no more. If I can't connect and share my feelings and they be taken seriously, which is what I'm kind of seeing here, then I don't want it. All right. But where you guys are heading, all right, is the opposite of what you thought. Okay. So when the 10 of coins shows up, it kind of showed up in reverse. What I'm going to say is you thought that these were your friends and family. And what spirit wants you to know is that you're moving into your soul tribe. You're moving into the rightful friendships and family, you know, the soul family, the soul friendships, the soul tribe. You guys will experience abundance and wish fulfillment when it comes to your friends. The say that what you put out there, that return on investment is going to come through tenfold. All right. So you in the future have a lot to look forward to. And with this 10 of Pentacles coming through when it comes to friendships and family, I almost feel like you're going to be able to connect with somebody that you're able to build forward with. So when you have ideas and visions, a possible very fruitful outcome when it comes to building a business relationship or dynamic or idea with somebody, and that's where you guys are going to keep moving forward in that direction and probably away from who you thought and what you thought represented friends and family. Okay, so the card to tie all of this is the Knight of Ariel, trustworthy, understanding, devoted, and funny. And if you think about these friendships, I feel like you guys are going to tie into one another like that. And the Knight of Ariel is like the Knight of Pentacles, so it's a very slow moving process, right? But you're building towards a perfection, a perfection dynamic that you can see. So what friendship and family is all about, what love and stability is all about. There's so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan. Being watched over by someone kind. And you know, too, if you're having a hard time and struggling with the friendships and families because you just can't get through, you know, maybe set the intention, pray or ask God, your the universe, however it is you believe, to send you in the direction that you can find your soul tribe, people that resonate with you better. And I feel like that's coming to you no matter what. But if it's felt like it's been too long and you've been stuck in this rut with these people who don't really seem to matter, ask to be guided to your soul tribe, you guys, and it'll come along a lot quicker. All right. So romantic relationships. Wow, what was I saying, you guys? What did I say? Okay, I'm gonna I can't help but feel like this. In the past, so in the beginning of this read, I made a comment about marriage or third party. I kind of feel like you guys have dealt with that in some way, and if you weren't a part of the third party, I almost feel like somebody, had, you know, this is like to me, it is in the romantic aspect. We're going to touch on cheating, lies, manipulation, sharing energy with other people. And if you hadn't been dealt with that, you know, and some of you guys could have been the cheater. It doesn't, and I'm not saying that you are, but some of you guys could have experienced that. Some of you guys could have been married and your spouse cheated on you, or some of you guys could have been dealing with somebody who was married and the spouse cheated with you. All right. And I just kind of feel like that's going to weigh heavy on some of your guys' hearts. You know, just not being able to come together with somebody who's truly honest and authentic, somebody who lies, manipulates, cheats, and shares their energy with other people. You guys, what I feel is, with the Queen of Wands or the Queen of Pentacles coming through, this right here is somebody who has a hard time balancing work and home, self-care, self-love, you know, stability, on the, it's almost like what I'm kind of seeing with the romantic aspect, because we have this king and queen. You have a desire here, and it's supposed to be past, present, and future, but what I'm going to say is there is a desire here. And I kind of feel like this right here is taking the recognition off the past and start implementing and focusing that back into yourself. Okay, because what I feel like is if you hadn't been codependent, if you haven't been the one that's had a rough time balancing work and home, then you've definitely had partners that they don't step up to the plate. You've dealt with people where it's like you put out more, but you have a partner that's just energetically draining more than anything. Somebody who's jealous, somebody who's stubborn, somebody who's a perfectionist, somebody who, you know, procrastinate, somebody who don't put you first. And I feel like that all of this right here kind of ties into one. You guys might not have had many romantic relationships in the past, but the couple that you have been very, very hard on you. That's what I'm going to say. A lack of equality when it comes to the give and take. What I'm going to say right here is this, is if you guys are still in this notion of wondering why everything has happened the way it has, it's time to embrace and let it go. Okay. Because the Queen of Pentacles coming through in the current situation, this is somebody who's still kind of in their head about the romantic aspects. And if you guys are in fact married, or you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a connection that you are committed to, I feel like you might need to evaluate this in such a way that if it does not feel balanced, all right, it's time for you to make a move towards that, because I mean, where you're going is you're going to see balance in the future, but I kind of feel like it might be having to even energetically stepping out of it and kind of looking at it through a pair of somebody else's eyes. For those of you who are connecting with somebody right now, if there is an imbalance and it's not fair, it's time to take a step back, you guys, and reassess who's doing more give and take, you know? What I feel like right now is if you guys are asking questions as a single person, why have my relationships always been one-sided? Why have they been so unfair? It's time for you to step out of that and stop asking yourself why, and just know that in the future you are going to be sent somebody on a divine path, somebody who is energetically like you, okay? But you got to step away from the past and learn to heal from that so that you can call in that perfect partner. And that is what you signed up for, the energetic match, the soulmate, the one, all right? You have it coming to you, but you have to step away from the whys and what happens in the past in order to see the future. All right, tying that all in together, we have the King of Ariel. Look at that coming through twice. King of Coins coming through twice in a big way. All right, successful, stable, accomplished, and powerful in a big way. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. You have an energetic partner, an energetic match coming to you on all scales when it comes to love, the financial scope, and just all the pleasant opportunities. But we have to step away from this. All right. We have to step away. If somebody's depleting your energy, if somebody's removing the energy of who you know yourself to be, it's time for you to step away from them, let it go, release it, and then welcome in this new energy. So the growth through all your challenges that's being recognized. Wow, you guys have healing, cutting the losses, recognizing the emotional wounds. They're there, but you know what? You have the two in the upright. All right. So all basically is not lost is what your spirit guides are saying. You got opportunities coming to you that are still standing here for you. All right. You continue to heal, continue to grow. All right. And everything that you can see and vision will be manifested for you. This right here is a healing card. Through hard work comes rewards, and you have the Ace of Cups coming through. Okay. This is love. This is right here. It's incoming support. And you have the support through you. The growth through the challenges is basically new beginnings coming on all scales. All right. And that's what you guys can see. That's where you guys are heading. You're healing all the wounds of the past, and you're going to start embracing this new journey. So let's just see what happiness is coming to you. The happiness that is coming to you that you have yet to see. Wow. You guys, look at this. You got balance. You got balance coming to you in huge ways. You got success on the financial aspects. You got growth in your own spiritual journey. So once we remove the self-limiting beliefs and the fears and the doubts and the worries, what you have is exponential growth. You have limitless potential coming through. All right, embarking on a new journey, one that's going to be balanced on all sides. And you got the Ace of Wands coming through with a passionate new beginning. And I feel like that is where your heart sits, where your stomach sits. What are you most passionate about? What do you want to see come through? All right, that is what's coming through, whether it's romantic partners, whether it's business, whether it's money, whatever growth you can see coming through once you kind of remove the past. You guys have brand new stuff coming through in huge ways. This is like everything is going to be balanced out in your life right now. All right, Pisces, I'm leaving it there. You guys take care.